Question. Do you think there will ever be a machine that will think like human beings and be more intelligent than human beings?
First of all, to think like human beings, I would say no, and I'll explain in a minute why. One of the things, by the way, that we always do is we want the darn machine to be better than anybody, not just better than us. We imagine that we, human beings, are equivalent to the masters in everything, right? The machine has to be better than a person in everything that the best person does at the best level. But with regard to the question of whether to make it to think like a machine, my opinion is based on the following idea.
I turned over a new leaf. The wind blows on a huge tree. My dreams float in a cool breeze as I reconcile my mind, body, and soul like I'm Bruce Lee. The truth seems mandatory. Fate planned it for me. Stand before me as this language forming maps a story. We have to walk the path that's forward, but I'm too astounded to follow. So I sit with a magpie, drowning my sorrows. Got this brown little bottle that I down till it's hollow. Good company for my pride, which surrounds what I swallow. Chilling on the beach with a crate of moonshine, listening to the breeze while the cratered moon shines. Wishing I could be someone raised to do right. I'm sick of all the people that are racing through life.
At the present time, a computer can't do all the different things that a person can do.
Most rap is full of nonsense, but I'll tap into your conscience for once. This is fate, meaning and reaching a destiny, faith seeking and feelings of ecstasy. Let it be, peer your eardrum close and let the rhythm strum notes. These soundscapes are outrageous as South Asian mountain ranges. The mouth vapors that I'm spitting out rain, and they're written down daily. I just hope that they connected and didn't sound crazy, but I don't know, I've been tripping out lately. Chilling on the beach with a crate of moonshine, listening to the breeze while the cratered moon shines. Wishing I could be someone raised to do right. I'm sick of all the people that are racing through life. They need to relax, take a seat at the back as I'm teaching the class. Speaking the facts, cause I'm wise and intelligent, I never forget. Like the mind of an elephant, but nowadays wisdom is kind of irrelevant. So fuck it, I'm just gonna rhyme for the hell of it.
It's very difficult to find some way of defining rather precisely something we can do that we can say a computer will never be able to do. The later machines are not going to think like people think in that sense. While it's doing it, will it feel good? Or while it's doing it, will it understand what it's doing, or some other abstraction? So I think that we are getting close to intelligent machines, but they're showing the necessary weaknesses of intelligence.
I get shivers up my spine.
The rhyme machine.
Defend my headquarters with endless death torture. Leave weak-minded souls dripping in red water. Time flies as I write rhymes. My mind's high as the New York skyline. My subliminal messages find ya and get up inside ya. Spit venom saliva, I could take the head off a tiger. Flowing barbed wire raps with sharp slicing facts. Oblivious to the world, I'm like a dark flying bat. Whole brains at a standstill like car tire flats. Fast with my words, it's verbal hopscotch. My verbs will not stop like a worthless stopwatch. Herbs and hot rocks, my nerves are washed off on top of a skyscraper, spitting high vapors. I pry paper from your notebook, man. Your rhyme's tasteless. My mind takes us on a journey to find spaceships. Metaphorical ice ages, frozen cold with warriors' lightsabers. This pen is a soldering iron. I flow this with fire, scorching dialogue, scolding desire. The dope got me flying, but I'm taking the wrong path. This road isn't Zion. My flow is a mic bomb exploding with nitron. Most get close enough but don't touch. Flow's rough, stoned up while I smoke kush. Rolled up like the notebook I stuff under the arm. Mumbling charm and wit, armed with sick thunderous bars. Tumbling yarns roll for your farmyard flows. Blaze all day, got the herbal varieties. Connect shit perfect, you'd think I was birthed as a Siamese. Worse than a tidal breeze that burgles the quiet sea. I'm gritty like the dirt on a pirate's teeth. Finders, keepers bite my shit and get murked from the rhyme machine.
The rhyme machine.
Glare into the hidden cam and don't give a damn. Scary movie trigger plans to go kill a man. Skill and Van Damme tactics back this attack with handstands, backflips, land and stand back stiff with no back lip. Savvy ad-libs equipped with this vocab gift. That trick of the mind unravels with time and travels past it. Mad shit, acid trips, you ask for this. Pass the spliff, get stoned more quickly. The past exists, you better know your history. Don't talk, you know the only thing that fix a broke jaw. Whiskey, ice in a glass smash, the lightning will flash. Rap as ridiculous as white linen masks attached to a vicar that's reciting a mass. Forget writing a beat, I run it, the beat resides on my feet. I am the street, you're nothing but pieces of wasteland. Admire the graffiti and paint as it's released from the spray. Can make an artist shiver from the feelings that my heart delivers. I get head like a barber's scissors. I ask the Lord for hope and forgiveness. I get thrills from looking through a scope from a distance. Catch me throwing the discus, never pose as a witness. Just a lonely statistic who traps beauty, acts ruthless. An unsolvable puzzle like an all-black Rubik's. Fast movements on the path through this rap music. The answer is plain. People chanting my name. Quit ranting and raving or you'll dangle in chains. Blaze all day, got the herbal varieties. Connect shit perfect. You'd think I was birthed as a Siamese. Worse than a tidal breeze that burgles the quiet sea. I'm gritty like the dirt on a pirate's teeth. Finders, keepers bite my shit and get murked from the rhyme machine.
The rhyme machine. The rhyme machine.
Do you want to be here right now? And I don't mean like here, I mean here in a cosmic sense, bro.
Feisty and victorious, what I'm writing is notorious. Big like Tyson and I'm furious. Wiping the floor with your slightly uncoordinated. Saw the matrix and aborted it. You're subordinate, you saw the ship and boarded it. The plank, you're walking it blank. Recordings getting slaughtered, you can thank your boy for it. Forget a rhyme scheme, try scheming on me, that's a pipe dream. I'm green as I light 3 pipes of Thai weed. Inside me is a light beam shining. Find 3 diamonds and examine the texture. Take off the top like Hannibal Lecter and peer inside. You'll find my endearing mind. See the eerie shine, bright like an earring. Might be igniting the fear inside. Spiking your hearing like a knife in the ear of a pirate fighting with Keira Knightley. I might just appear at night like a poltergeist. I control the zeitgeist. I'm nice, but I'm cold as ice on the mic, and I hold it tight.
I cause damage to the bass box, moving forward while you're standing in the same spot. Flying high, causing panic when I take off. Flows like liquid, it would vanish in a raindrop. Flows like liquid, it would vanish in a raindrop.
Penny for my thoughts, that's the wishing well price. In the present moment, I'm a clock with a nice ribbon, fresh tied. Got the monocular and I'll alter your ego. So act like Mr. Big and get spied on. I live and let die. Wings will spread wide as I lift and set flight like a busy jet pilot. Hid in plain sight like an internet virus on a phishing website. You'll see a notorious fall from grace without watching Biggie get sniped in the west side. Or Conor McGregor getting hit with lefts, rights, then tapping out with his neck tightened by a middleweight guy cause he didn't give his best try until his next fight. So you want the smoke? These lines are cigarette lighters while your clip is expired and it didn't set fire. This isn't L Light or Misa, but this death note is written dead tiny and my silhouette's white. Deliver lead rhymes that'll slit your neck twice. Kill and then write your name on the little red line, just like a word I didn't spell right. So until the next time.
I cause damage to the bass box, moving forward while you're standing in the same spot. Flying high, causing panic when I take off. Flows like liquid, it would vanish in a raindrop. Flows like liquid, it would vanish in a raindrop.
Existence could be beautiful or it could be ugly, but that's on you.
Hip-hop intelligence 2023.
Well, you can cry me a river, cry me a river. I cried a river over you. Cry the long.
This road that I walk slowly restores the gold in my thoughts. Holding a torch, I go to the door and open it more. It glows from the force, promoting a raw, pure, potent allure. But it doesn't show me remorse. I was left broken and torn like the boats that had fallen to an emotional war over in Normandy. No hope, I'm alone as the soldiers and swords left to float on an awful ocean of water blood soaked on the shore. I'm chilled as an ice pick, don't make a sound. With a quilt as my sidekick, head in the clouds. Climbing hills on a high cliff, no tears rolling down. Problems build in my eyelids, they aren't so profound. The metal bullet wished him dead. He procrastinated and attacked creation. With a pencil full of twisted lead, he was fascinating with assassinations. The dreadful skull he stitched instead had to fasten 8 in with imagination. But it was never dull, the victim's head, so he had to save it with infatuation. And you're never gonna deter my knowledge, because the terminology of it isn't heard of, like the term acknowledgement isn't, unless you've got a worthy following. I'm chilled as an ice pick, don't make a sound. With a quilt as my sidekick, head in the clouds. Climbing hills on a high cliff, no tears rolling down. Problems build in my eyelids, they aren't so profound.
Night through, well, you can cry me a river. I cried a river over you.
Hip-hop intelligence.
You say you're lonely. Now you cry the long
I can attack at any moment, the Midas of rap. My pen is golden and my mind, when it opens, it's deep enough to bury oceans with clever focus and divine thoughts. My mind soars and flies right by yours. My rhymes caught inside a time warp. I write awkward like chalk on a whiteboard, but I taught Luke to skywalk. So what you asking if I'm high for? Guy Fawkes, give me a penny for my thoughts. You're an eyesore and I sort of find you boring. I'm not quite sure why you're talking. You're done like a steak with a knife and fork in. Ring the fire alarm and don't try and disarm it. I'm climbing to Mars with no wires or harness. Cycle the dark as I fly on my carpet, then land somewhere random and fight with some Martians sniped from afar with my eyes on the target. High as the stars, but still rhyming regardless. When I mic check at 1, 2, you have to hide from a bomb fuse, high from the bong fumes, lighting it wrong. And this spliff got me slipping, but this isn't difficult. You kids are illiterate, I'm slick with a rhythm, and I'm so sick I think I just slipped on my own vomit. In fact, I'm sick to death like I choked on it. I'm barbaric, I'm robotic. 4 jetpacks, a few rocket devices, you're jet lagged cause you're not where the sky is. I'm a full-size weapon like Optimus Prime is with a bullseye method when I opt for your iris. The bars that I've brought, they are harder than yours, and my thoughts are darker than dwarf stars when they're born, part premature. Ring the fire alarm and don't try and disarm it. I'm climbing to Mars with no wires or harness. Cycle the dark as I fly on my carpet, then land somewhere random and fight with some Martians sniped from afar with my eyes on the target. High as the stars, but still rhyming regardless.
Well, business is it of yours, where I'm from.
Let me catch a flow, rapid tones go faster, gather momentum in attacking mode. No laughter, don't crack a joke, it's the rebel type with a terabyte that could tear a bull in 2, biggest terabytes. This is terrible and too ruthless. You're messing with a nuisance who's not been in the news since I put you in a noose and you can take it or leave it. I came to talk real shit, the brain waves I'm revealing are making me seasick. Break the law, steal shit, angels or demons, face them or beat them, shake them or meet them, erase them or seek them. Heat seekers on ancient war beaches ain't as antique and ain't as warm either. Take me to your leader, I came with the raw ether, you're basic, I'm more evil. Choose the rhyme and I'll use my mind to computerize it and neutralize it, soothe and guide it with my use of timing, getting loose in the sky with Lucy's diamonds. Choose the rhyme and I'll use my mind to computerize it and neutralize it, soothe and guide it with my use of timing, getting loose in the sky with Lucy's diamonds. Keep your distance, don't speak, just listen. Peep the wisdom I preach, scriptures like a priest, for instance. Sharp spitting darts, ripping with the rhythm and rhyme. Sharks rip apart kippers, and I'm fishing tonight. Witness the rhyme patterns and line madness, wrapped as a fine package, a form of divine magic. Follow one of the greatest. My mind ticks in the dark like a clock in the basement. Light spliffs in the park till I'm lost in the matrix. This is not a debate. I've got a lot in my plate and it's tectonic. Feel the knock of the bass, it's electronic, but it's intelligent. I'm not into legends, find an intel agent, I haven't blinked in ages. Been on the brink of danger since the days of the incubator, I sink in pages. Swimming to the brim and living in the ink they're stained with.
Choose the rhyme and I'll use my mind to computerize it and neutralize it, soothe and guide it with my use of timing, getting loose in the sky with Lucy's diamonds. And I'll use my mind to computerize it and neutralize it, soothe and guide it with my use of timing, getting loose in the sky with Lucy's diamonds.
Vaults and shocks of lightning bolts on top of shining molten rock are striking, jolting on the iris and halting what's inside it. Tumbleweeds roll, fungal green grows on a jungle tree home to a bumblebee's hole. A dinosaur was about to die and I saw it. The other rodents and I, we ignored it. Frivolous, sitting beside wood and gnawing. Oblivious as if the sky wasn't falling. The earth went round the sun, but we need another big bang without a gun. The world spiraling out of control, spinning with no substance like a vinyl without a tone. Meanwhile, I'm rhyming without a home, writing out my quotes in a book wire bound with notes. Yet I'm the one that's spineless without a bone in my back, trapped inside the flows that I rap and shining without a soul.
The sky is open at nighttime. The eye is hoping it might find another place or a lifeline up in space for a lifetime. The moon, it causes the high tide, the pupil waters and might cry. It's too complex for the mind's eye, it's all connected through eyesight. At the core, as the earth spins, there's a cornea whirlwind giving life to the earthlings so they can see what the world brings. When the vast universe blinks, they will flap like a bird's wing. If you thought we deserved things, disregard what you first think.
I'm with the stars in flight, sparkling bright beside the Dyson sphere where I harvest light, playing safe from afar, taking aim on a target with a laser hailing from Mars like an alien Martian. It's unclear how nuclear this new year is. There's nothing going on except a revolution. The steps of evolution are a necessary nuisance. The definite solution has never been amusing, but definitely musing. The scope zooms in, perusing moons in motion, supernovas floating in static, utopian traffic moving past with gluons flashing and doing a dance on Jupiter's axis. The vastness is huge and it's massive, but the truth of the matter is, as a human, you act elusive and passive. Do you exist inside a computer that crashes, reloads, reboots, and collapses? What's sad is the concept is new to the masses who've become too used to the fact that it's stupid to ask this.
The sky is open at nighttime. The eye is hoping it might find another place or a lifeline up in space for a lifetime. The moon, it causes the high tide, the pupil waters and might cry. It's too complex for the mind's eye, it's all connected through eyesight. At the core, as the earth spins, there's a cornea whirlwind giving life to the earthlings so they can see what the world brings. When the vast universe blinks, they will flap like a bird's wing. If you thought we deserved things, disregard what you first think.
I open my mind up and float to the sky with an ocean of rhymes that are soaking the lines on the page. Finding a maze down a rabbit hole, channeling Alice in Wonderland with a chalice of thunder and a mallet to bludgeon challengers. They look embarrassing and grabbing the upper hand as I land on another planet with a nice glow. It's panoramic and it's white gold. I'm not quite fathoming the time zone. My rhyme flow's lost inside a supernova you're moving over. As I'm watching from the moon, looming over my binoculars are zoomed. It's an optical illusion in the lunar rover. Doing patrols in my boots, soaring by ripping the borderline in half. Torching mics light years ahead, talking wise, you have to pause and rewind. I'm climbing aboard the flying saucer, rhyming sort of like a portal, warping time spiral forward blind, supported by your demise. You have to pause and rewind. I'm climbing aboard the flying saucer, rhyming sort of like a portal, warping time spiral forward blind, supported by your demise. Any style or rhythm, I rip them into tiny bits and redefine the physics my mind is missing. To be quite specific, it's like fish in the middle of the wide Pacific. It pivots to the side and glistens like a moon or a star that is cycling. Its sky's the limit. Find an image, don't hide within it like hieroglyphics. Light flickers in the dark at pace. My heart is ruthless. Park the scooter in a parking space, then jump on a shooting star and park in space. The telepathic astronaut, you're distraught and jealous. You're an afterthought, you're noughts and zeros. Your shuttle stuck in auto steer mode. Tears frozen in a state of rigor mortis, escaping with a portal gun like Rick and Morty. But that's a different story. I'm soaring to new heights, lightning forking as blue lights move by rapid eye shattered sound barriers with two bright flashes. Then I zoom by Saturn and remove my glasses. Pause and rewind. I'm climbing aboard the flying saucer, rhyming sort of like a portal, warping time spiral forward blind, supported by your demise. You have to pause and rewind. I'm climbing aboard the flying saucer, rhyming sort of like a portal, warping time spiral forward blind, supported by your demise. Hip-hop intelligence. My head spins in circles perfectly crafted by purple protractors. The verses I'm rapping are verbal harassment, beats burning to ashes when I spit fire like a circus attraction. My shirt is in fashion, my girl's skirt isn't fastened. Smoking herbs, flicking ashes, what's the worst that can happen? Getting high, floating further than Saturn, I hug the skyline. I'm in a rush to find time with a brain just like Einstein. Above the night sky, I'm deep but love the high tide. I'm only as bright as a star, controlling the light in a dark place. Holding the mic with a sharp face, roll with a bike in a car chase. Go through the lights, pull a hard brake, swerve over the side of the far lane as cars pile up like the flows that I write in my bars. Wait a minute, it doesn't make a difference if you say you sick. My brain is different with bars that don't bend or break tradition. It's not raining, is it? But the way I'm spitting, you wouldn't be able to say it isn't. No debates, I'm winning. You ain't in the same weight division. I've made a list, and you got a place on it. I got a place on a beach in the sun. I got a race on a beat till it's done, because first ain't a place that is easily won. I sparked one and got the harsh chronic confused with my car polishing tools. Now I'm tripping with some Bartholomew dude, swallowing fruit and playing harmonica tunes. I'm far gone, I'm amused. Then I start wanting some food, I can't move. I'm aloof in calm moods, so we toot in cars under the moons and stars on the roof of large tombs that guard Tutankhamun. Rough, rugged, raw rhymes, real rebellion above with a hawk eye, feeling the elegance. I look to the floor, find meat on a skeleton. You're fucked if you thought I'd pique my intelligence. Sharp like a shank in a gunfight, or a shark in a tank with a good bite. Got some bars in the bank and my punchlines targeting tanks on the front line. It's hard if it lands, then it's good night. I rap tight like insulators, I'll sink you haters with just an inch of labor. Bring the pain, bring a laser gun, a blinking saber, and slice me from the knee down. I ain't flinching Vader, I can lose the first leg and save the win for later. You're just target practice to a marksman's axis. March along and start a movement with army songs and smart maneuvers. Harm the Don with marks and bruises. Art belongs, we are conclusive. It can't be wrong to spark a doobie. Start a bong to Marley music. Exodus, guitars are tuned in. Wrecked from this, hardly moving. I'm calm as sutra, not bald from the stress. Your bars are useless, you should talk to the best. Spit flows when I rhyme, soak in the mic. Think dark thoughts, but I'm vocally bright. Get poked in the eye, that's my point of view. And if you bite it, you could die like poison food. I sparked one and got the harsh chronic confused with my car polishing tools. Now I'm tripping with some Bartholomew dude, swallowing fruit and playing harmonica tunes. I'm far gone, I'm amused. Then I start wanting some food, I can't move. I'm aloof in calm moods, so we toot in cars under the moons and stars on the roof of large tombs that guard Tutankhamun.
The chronic.
2023. Hip-hop intelligence.
The space station is actually zooming around the Earth at 17,000 miles an hour. Very high velocity, hypersonics through supersonic, transonic, and subsonic.
Light the Buddha, get deep and find your scuba gear. Dive into your fears and find the music, get vibing to it. The mind is fluid, so try to move into the fourth dimension. I'm forced to mention my pure intentions. I spat flows in a black hole, blacked out and caused dementia. It's the born adventurer. My sworn enemies get sawn with a sword until they need sewing up. But fuck it, I'm going up. Floating up to the sky, touching the light thrusters are bright as the dust in the night, blowing gusts below. This is just a moment to clutch and hold like a rush of gold. My brain's busting open. Fuck, it's over. I suppose that I'm just so juxtaposed. Keep track of the pace. I weave patterns and mazes, weed stashes for days. My seat's back as I'm blazing green bags of the haze. My speech patterns are faded. I relapse for the taste and see cats in the matrix. Dream that I'm awake like sea captains. I'm wavy, heat rash on my face. I feel badly sedated. My teeth chatter away to beats sat on the playlist. Keep slapping the bass. I'll lean back in the spaceship.
The reason that things go up and stay up is because you're zooming around the Earth so fast that your outward radial acceleration is equal to the inward acceleration of gravity.
Sit and burn this little herb spliff as my inner world drifts. Yours isn't worth shit. It's the wicked wordsmith. I deliver perfect spinning bird kicks, twirling like the whirlwind on my finger. I've got more rhymes than you can shake a spear at. Without the plays and weird hats, I pushed Beethoven's piano straight over and made him play it broken. I stay colder than the heart of a stakeholder, and I'm too trilled. Like part of his stakeholding, I could turn a prize into a work of fine art, then win the Turner Prize, and the words that rhyme are. I didn't finish my bar, but I ironically did. I'm honestly sick, and if you're still following this, then I'm honored you're listening, and I want a position on the top of your list. Keep track of the pace. I weave patterns and mazes, weed stashes for days. My seat's back as I'm blazing green bags of the haze. My speech patterns are faded. I relapse for the taste and see cats in the matrix. Dream that I'm awake like sea captains. I'm wavy, heat rash on my face. I feel badly sedated. My teeth chatter away to beats sat on the playlist. Keep slapping the bass. I'll lean back in the spaceship.
So when the rocket is going to orbit, the only reason it's going up is to get out of the thick part of the atmosphere. But if you look, you'll see it goes up, but immediately curves over and starts going horizontal.
Be